All right, fellas, we're going sober today. Cheers. Cheers to the Nestle Pure Life.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Gotta
like-
hydrate.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome to the latest episode of Bitcoin Happy Hour. I'm your host, Colin Harper, and today I am with very special guest, Andrew Yang. Not the presidential candidate, but still a not inconsequential member of the Bitcoin sphere. He is with River Financial. They just launched recently. He's going to give us a little bit of information about their company, the niche they're trying to fill, and we're also going to kind of branch that out into broader market liquidity and things like that. I've also got recurring panelists with me.
Yes.
Christian Carols, also known as CK Snarks, host of POV Crypto, also does podcast stuff with us here at Bitcoin Magazine. But first, before we launch into this episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Give Bitcoin. GiveBitcoin.io is the only place where you can go to give Bitcoin to your loved ones, friends, and your coworkers, while also teaching them about the world's first cryptocurrency, why we all think it's valuable, and all of the mechanisms that underpinned it, and all the theories that kind of surround it. I've used it multiple times to give Bitcoin to my friends and my family. Plan on using it a lot this holiday season. It's got a really clean UI, clean UX, and the educational material is going to be fire. They've got chapter 1 out right now, I believe, and I think they've got 11 more chapters that will come out on a rolling basis. So if you haven't checked out GiveBitcoin.io, go check them out right now and use givebitcoin.happyhour.io.
Happy hour.
Happyhour.givebitcoin.
Yeah.
Use happyhour.givebitcoin.io. That's our referral link. And so tell them that we sent you guys. But all right, so let's just launch right into it, guys. So as I said before, this is Andrew Yang. He is with River Financial. And I guess I'll let you kind of give the, what do they call it? The elevator pitch?
The elevator pitch, dude. I mean, we're just a Bitcoin-only brokerage with Lightning Network support. I think we're the best place to buy, sell, and use Bitcoin and the Lightning Network for the long-term investor. We care a lot about our clients. If you have any problem, we give you live human support. You can call us. You can chat through the chat box. You're gonna talk to a real human being. You ain't gonna talk to a robot. And
nice.
So yeah, I think it's really cool. Plus, we're super we came out swinging with Lightning Network, PSPT, and native SegWit addresses.
Yeah,
And
so the whole all the new technologies bundled into one, right?
Yeah.
So I see the Lightning angle, and that's the first thing that I'm really drawn to. But why would I use you guys as opposed to another brokerage service? What?
Coinbase or somewhere else where you buy Bitcoin.
Dude, I mean, okay, so Alex, our CEO, I think he said it best. We're not like a crypto company. We're like a Bitcoin financial institution that we're trying to build. We want to bring legitimacy of Bitcoin.
Like Charles Schwab of Bitcoin?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're targeting high-end users, and we also want to help our clients stack sats with recurring buys. But with Lightning, I think it's one of the things we say is that you should kind of treat it like it's in beta. But in the long term, so this is just the beginning phase. We want to introduce our clients to Lightning. We want them to use instant payments. We want them to experience that and feel that. And then, potentially there might be some opportunities, especially for fiat liquidity. If you're a Lightning Network routing node, rather than having to use a Bitcoin transaction to top up your Lightning node with a submarine swap, just do it with fiat, right? Why waste a Bitcoin transaction fee for that?
Okay, so basically what you're saying is people would go through a Lightning liquidity provider like Bitrefill, say, or anyone, right? They could basically go through River Financial to have that fiat liquidity, and they could just use a transaction on River Financial's ledger and just have the sats without having to go through all of the on-chain headache.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's pretty cool.
So I know that a lot of traders are excited about Lightning
Yeah.
inside of exchanges because a lot of times there's issues getting money onto the exchange.
Yeah.
You want to, do something on BitMEX and you literally can't get the Bitcoin to confirm on chain fast enough for you to do your thing. So they want Lightning for that purpose. It doesn't sound like you guys are really trying to cater to the BitMEX leverage crew. Why are you guys so interested in Lightning if you're not going to be doing leverage and that kind of stuff?
We're interested in Lightning because, we think it's going to help scale Bitcoin, right? The more transactions we can put off chain, it's going to just ease the IBD, the initial block down, right? And so, we want to be good actors. We care about Bitcoin. I think it's kind of whatchamacall, it's like a community resource that we all should like try to take care of and give our best foot forward when it comes to stuff like that, right? I think Lightning is part of it. But there might be a possible future for us where we connect large Lightning Network channels between exchanges and let people kind of arbitrage. I don't know. We'll have to look into that.
So you guys really want to be or not necessarily what you want to be, but one of the potential business niches for you guys is this idea of being a fiat gateway.
Yes.
You guys wouldn't just be a routing and a liquidity hub for all of these for all these Lightning nodes and all these actors on the Lightning Network, but you could legitimately be one of the fiat gateways. So are you guys bullish on things like Olympus or SparkSwap? Do you know these two?
I know SparkSwap. What's Olympus?
It's kind of similar. I couldn't really get into the technical nitty gritty because it's been a while, but it was released by Jack Mallers.
It will be released.
Will be released.
Yeah.
Is it not? I thought you could use it today. Am I wrong about that?
I think there's a wait list and they're working on it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what it is push payments.
Yeah.
So where you can basically send a wire transfer to a liquidity provider, and they open up a channel with you and they push the balance to you.
Right.
Right. So I don't know if you guys are thinking about it in those terms, or how would it be as simple as let's say that I'm an exchange and I need to buy or I don't know, buy or sell LBTC. Would I just let's say I wanted to buy some liquidity from you guys?
Lightning?
Yeah.
Or okay.
What do you guys
call Lightning Bitcoin?
I call it Lightning Bitcoin.
Okay. Yeah. Because LBTC, that's liquid.
Yeah, that's liquid. Yeah. Okay. So let's we need to get our definition straight. So Lightning Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If I wanted to buy Lightning Bitcoin from you guys, would it be as easy as that, where I just send you guys a check and then you guys open a payment channel with me to provide the liquidity, or you send me some sats on the Lightning Network? What would it look like for you guys to provide that kind of liquidity for people?
Yeah, so because we are custodial, right? Okay. When you buy Bitcoin, you just buy Bitcoin, right? And then so you choose whether you want to withdraw that Bitcoin on chain or through Lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think there's a space for SparkSwap and Olympus. Those are, I think, are for more technically minded people, people who really care about being non-custodial. And I think that's awesome, and I think that's great. But I think there's also, if we want to reach the mass market, it's just we can provide a better UI UX experience, because a lot of these wallets are separating Bitcoin and then Lightning Bitcoin accounts, right? And that might be confusing to the people, but for us, it's just one Bitcoin. You just have Bitcoin in your account and you just tell us how you want to withdraw it.
Okay.
And we can do that because we're custodial.
Okay, cool. And so, let's say I'm an exchange and I want to cash out of my Lightning Bitcoin. So could I send you guys, do I need to send you guys on chain, or can I send you guys Lightning Bitcoin through River Financial?
Yeah. Let's say you have a corporate account with River Financial.
Okay.
And you want to cash out. You would send a Lightning payment as long as there's enough capacity, and then you can sell it right away.
Okay.
You can sell it right away.
Okay, cool. And you said you guys are custodial. Who are you guys working with for custody? Is that under NDA, or is that something that you can talk about?
Yeah, so I guess we should define it custodial, meaning we control the Bitcoin, we hold the Bitcoin on behalf of our clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are the custodian and the okay, cool.
Yeah.
Compared to other exchanges, how unique is the way that you guys custody stuff?
How we custody things.
Yeah, in terms of custodying Bitcoin, is it a completely out of the box approach? What's the how much innovation is happening, from River?
I mean, I think we're pushing the boundaries of security, we're raising the bar. A lot of our infrastructure is self-hosted, and we put them in military grade vaults, and so I think that's something that is unique to us.
So. I kind of want to branch out from River Financial here for a second, because I'm just thinking what I was saying earlier, the Charles Schwab of Bitcoin, or TD Ameritrade, but take any brokerage service, right? And we were talking about, you were saying how some with SparkSwap and Olympus, they're going for a kind of non-custodial bent, and you guys are custodial, obviously. I personally think stuff like River Financial. I'm trying to think of some other ones.
I think Bitfinex recently added Lightning Network. Yeah.
Yeah, Bitfinex added Lightning Network, but I'm kind of getting towards this idea of having a really polished and buttoned up version to buy Bitcoin, right? Because when I go to my father and I'm like, hey dad, you need to get some Bitcoin. like, you know, he can go to Coinbase
or Cash App.
But even those, for someone who's used to going into like a financial advisor and you're sitting down with someone and you have a dashboard with all the stocks and the market caps and all these other things, it still seems really like minor league. Do you know what I mean? Like something like Coinbase or Cash App feels like, oh, this is kiddies playing with their like magic internet beans or whatever, right? So for something like River Financial, it gives Bitcoin a good look for these people, right? And I think like Grayscale Bitcoin also did some stuff there where like it kind of feels like you're getting, I mean, they have a crazy premium, which I don't know why anyone would pay that, but you know, it makes people feel maybe a little more comfortable. It makes them feel like, oh, okay, like this reminds me of, you know, more traditional investment vehicles. So I guess I just kind of want to get your idea on, you know, besides River Financial, what are some other companies that are kind of doing stuff like this? Because I feel like in 2019 we've seen, you know, for lack of a better phrase, like buttoned up Bitcoin become more of a thing. You know, there are more ways for people to buy it that feels kind of more like a traditional asset class. For the people who aren't going to want to do their own custody, they're just going to want someone to custody it for them, just like they have their stocks held in a brokerage account at Schwab, etc. Right?
Yeah, I would say, you know, maybe Casa Hodl kind of targets this people who are HNIs and people, and maybe even like BlockFi might be targeting that demographic.
That's another good one.
Yeah, but I think, you know, from a retail like buying Bitcoin perspective, you know, I think that's the gap that Alex and Andrew Benson saw in this space, and I think that's why we're offering a lot of like financial tools. Like, we're gonna hopefully by the end of the year roll out something called like performance tracking, like cost basis tracking charts and stuff, and that'll make it like really. That's the kind of stuff that people who trade on stock exchanges are used to and comfortable with, right? And that helps like set up their taxes like later on. And so I think we want to bring a level of like standard when it comes to like buying Bitcoin and financial services.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the other thing that I like about this is like for retail investors, right? Like I feel like every time you have like a good polished and clean traditional finance type on-ramp for Bitcoin, it's always for the accredited investors, right? So like your average Joe doesn't have a way to buy in that they feel protected, right? And you know, again, Coinbase and Cash App, great things for these for like the average person. I personally love Cash App, but I just think that whole idea of like a really clean Bitcoin on ramp for the suits, I think that can't be overstated.
Well,
honestly.
I think my favorite thing about this, the whole platform and the idea is just like thinking about dollar cost averaging first. Like,
that's
I love Cash App, but you still can't dollar cost average.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to help friends dollar cost average, and it's a lot of like, hey, reminding them to do it or whatever. So it's just very manual. So being able to set and forget without getting gouged on Coinbase or and Gemini or whatever, the people who also offer those, and doing that Bitcoin only, I think that's really the biggest impetus to try out River.com for sure.
Yeah.
What other topics do we have? Some exciting stuff happened this week.
Did it?
Yeah. Z-Man.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Square
exciting.
Crypto.
Yeah. So Square Crypto.
I mean, Square Crypto out here just like bootstrapping open source development because this is coming off an $800,000 or $100,000 grant to BTC Pay Server Foundation.
Yeah,
which is cool. And then
so wait, you give us the details on this this grant.
So I actually don't know too terribly much about Z-Man. I mean, I know who he is.
So Z-Man is like an active, like Lightning. He's like really active in the Lightning Dev mailing list.
He, she.
Right. Them. They.
So
they,
he's a pseudonymous individual, dude.
Yeah.
And like, we don't know where he lives. We don't know like who he is, or, and so it's just funny. Like his name on the Lightning Dev mailing list is like a hash. It looks like a hash. And so at the Lightning conference, I think people just started calling him Z-Man. So ZMN, like that's like the first three letters you see in his like pseudonym. And so we just started calling him Z-Man. And Square Crypto decided to just like fund this guy. And I think it's like super dope.
Does anyone know how much it was? Because I like from all
all we know is that this individual was working as a developer somewhere else. They had a day job, and Square Crypto enabled the individual to quit the day job and work on Lightning full time. Yeah. And this is the only this is one of the things that's only possible through trustless digital cash, because they could present an address or an invoice and they get sent Bitcoin, and that's it. No questions asked. You don't need to know anything about them. So it's pretty amazing example of what this technology enables, as well as this is again another proof that Bitcoin is not run by one company or anything like that. I think it's permissionless to get involved and make a difference in Bitcoin.
And I think that was one of the coolest things too. Bar getting hard cash in hand, a Bitcoin payment is the only way that you could fund something like this completely anonymously, right? And not have to dox the person involved. Yep. Can't do that with a GoFundMe, can't do that with a PayPal, can't do that with a credit card, debit card processor. I just think it's just such a beautiful testament, especially to the people who are just people forget this, but most of the best developers in Bitcoin sacrifice their time to work on it. Yeah, right.
They don't really get paid.
No, they don't. It's
kind of hard.
Exactly, and that's why I think it's ridiculous when Ethereans try to dunk on Blockstream. It's if you were the best, I kind of get the fears there. Yeah. But if you were the best and brightest developing Bitcoin, and someone came to you and said, "We will pay you X amount of money per year to do this full time,"
and you get to choose your focus.
Exactly. That seems like such a no-brainer to me. It's kudos to Blockstream for being one of the first companies to have enough funding to be able to do something like this. Now, we definitely want to branch the development outside of Blockstream, and that's one thing that I love about what Square Crypto is doing. It's not a bunch of money, but it's enough allocated towards the projects and the people that matter for it to make a difference. And I think, I just think it's also beautifully symbolic that they're funding a Lightning developer. Yeah. 2019 was the year of Lightning. We didn't get the adoption that some people probably wanted, but a lot of the important the foundation is being laid, the cornerstone is being laid to build on top of.
So I have a hot take about what 2019 was the year of.
Okay, what was the year?
I think it was the year of the Bitcoin plebs.
The Bitcoin plebs?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin took over the shitcoin pitch, and now we have the Bitcoin plebs. And I don't think people don't quite understand the magnitude of the fact that Bitcoin took over the shitcoin pitch. There are people who just care about number go up and all this stuff, and they're just beating on the Bitcoin drum now. And you'll see people complaining about it online, but it's just we got the freaking Ripple trolls. They're on Bitcoin's team now. Yeah. And I think Bitcoin's memes are just getting
mass conversion.
Whatever. They're just Bitcoin's memes are getting more potent, and they're effective as fuck. So Bitcoin's 2019 year of the Bitcoin plebs.
Yeah, and you even see it in the companies too. Hostel, I think this year made a recent saying we're just only going to focus on Bitcoin. You have OpenNode, you have us River Financial, Give Bitcoin, all these other companies that are just focused on Bitcoin only.
Yeah, Radar had their Relay, which is an Ethereum product, and then they recently launched Ion. Yeah, and I'm talking to a lot. I'm friends with one of their dudes who works there, and kind of in contact with the team. And I get the feeling that they're really moving towards the Bitcoin focus. We're also kind of a testament to this. Bitcoin Magazine covered shitcoins in 2017, and for a lot of 2018 as well, and then we were eventually.
Colin Harper's a testament to this.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm a hard converter. We were talking about this before the pod, actually.
That's funny.
I was a big shitcoin guy. I didn't know any better. I entered the industry in the bull run, and so I didn't I was literally when people tell you it's shitcoins are bad because people waste time on things that are infeasible. I was literally that person. Got all the shitcoin pitches, ate all the shitcoin lunch, and then I started working at this company, and then people really started, once you hammer home Bitcoin fundamentals to people, I really do think it's just a matter of time before their old, their kind of old notions of the industry start to get eroded away. Because once you actually are confronted with, arguably, I think we could all agree with this, the only project that has kind of proven itself as being worthwhile in the sense of if I had to bet on one about being here 20 years from now, Bitcoin would be the one that I bet on. Once you're presented with its fundamentals and its development, it's very hard to argue with. I think Ethereum is the closest thing it has is a close second. It definitely is.
Distant second.
But that's the thing, is it's still even distant there, right? And a lot of Ethereans do get upset about that, but it's just like Bitcoin. I tried to explain this to David. It's like Bitcoin has proven that it has a use case. Like other coins haven't proven that yet.
Yep.
100%. And it has a narrative too, a very clear narrative. But of course we believe that.
Yeah, because we're drinking the Kool-Aid.
We're indoctrinated.
But like something I'd like to highlight is that the Bitcoin community is actually pretty forgiving. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like for example, like I used to work for an ICO company, I think back in like 2017 or whatever, right? And it's because like I was trying to get into the space, and then trying to get involved, and I was like kind of open to like tokens and altcoins and all that stuff. And as I was like applying to other companies, like prior to River, like I was talking to Bitcoin companies, and I was like kind of ashamed to share that like I was working. I did work in a token ICO company, and they're like, dude, we get it. Like it happens. Everyone has a past. Like they have their own journey. You want to work in Bitcoin now? That's cool. Let's like talk. And so that was like a really cool experience for me as I was going through that journey. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it really is a community where it's like once you admit. I think one of the things for me is like if you're arguing with someone and you get bested and you admit I had a bad argument or I was ignorant to information that you gave me that like just came to light, and you admit where you were wrong, like they absolutely are forgiving. Like they'll say, like
they're so quick to forget. Yeah. Like especially on Twitter, like just be like, all right, I was wrong.
It's when you double,
and then it's done.
Yeah, it's when you double down when you don't know what you're talking about or act like an asshole. That's when you get the maxis trolling you, right? And it's where, and I think for some people, it legitimately is. They either don't see that they're wrong, or it's so subjective that they, what is wrong in that situation.
Hot or cold? What do you think of the word maxi?
Hot or cold?
Yeah.
Maxi or maximalist?
Maxi, specifically.
Oh, I'm cold on maxi.
You're cold on maxi?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I don't know.
I'm lukewarm on it. I think like the reason why like, especially like ETH heads love it is because it's like a maxi pad, obviously. Like that's why they like saying that, because they like to act like, which is like kind of funny. It's like kind of like vague, like very sexist for like the camp that claims to be more like socially progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like maximalist. I don't really mind maxi. It's like whatever.
I don't like maximalist, but
oh yeah.
No,
you don't like it?
I just like Bitcoiner.
Yeah, I mean Bitcoiner is definitely better. I mean maximalist is a pejorative that we've like, kind of adopted and made our own, which I think is like there's a powerful statement in that.
I think that's happening to Maxi too.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, you were just saying it.
Yeah.
You're already like, oh, there's the Maxis, whatever.
It is the Maxis. It was just a nice abbreviation.
It's subconscious, like we don't even realize it's happening.
It's just an breeze, man.
Oh, jeez.
Never say that again.
No, but you have a good take on Bitcoiners. Like you say, if you hold Bitcoin, you're a Bitcoiner.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that. I like that perspective.
I mean,
but is that true?
Most altcoiners are also Bitcoiners.
If I hold Ethereum, does that make me an ETH head or?
Do you
Ethereum?
hold Bitcoin?
I do hold Bitcoin.
You're a Bitcoiner.
But I guess
even if you hold Ethereum.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, but being an Ethereum is defined by being a part of the Ethereum community to some degree, whereas being a Bitcoiner has nothing to do with being a part of the community. In fact, you can be completely, I guess, antagonistic to Bitcoin and still be a Bitcoiner.
But I guess like
it doesn't even matter. Like you can be building competitive technology, but yet you are still a Bitcoiner, which
but
is
I guess
proven what Bitcoin is.
That's my question though. It's like, but so if Ethereans can hold Ethereum but not be Ethereans, why can Bitcoiners hold Bitcoin and not do any? Why can people who hold Ethereum but who aren't involved with anything not be Ethereans, but people who hold Bitcoin and aren't involved with Bitcoin at all are still Bitcoiners?
I'm not even trying to make that argument. I don't give a shit about Ethereum. If you hold Bitcoin, you're a Bitcoiner.
Well, what if I hold like
you can call me an ETH head. I don't give a shit.
What if I hold like 0.1 Bitcoin and like 90 ETH? Am I still a Bitcoiner?
That's Bitcoin off the market. That's skin in the game. If Bitcoin 100x's, you're gonna fucking be super stoked you have that.
You're one of the biggest maximalists I know.
I'm a Bitcoiner.
See, that's so interesting that you said that, because I feel like maybe the traditional understanding of what a maximalist would be like screw Ethereans. Like, yeah, if you hold like one Ethereum, you're not a Bitcoiner. Like that's like the hardline stance that I would say.
Yeah.
But then you just like painted it in a different way.
I think
it's so interesting.
I think for me, it's like maximalism for me is, do you believe that Bitcoin, this is just my personal definition, do you believe that Bitcoin is the most superior iteration of cryptocurrency in terms of decentralization, liquidity, and use case? If you say yes to that question, then you're a maximalist.
Interesting.
But like I can still be bullish on, I'm not saying I necessarily am, but I can still be bullish on other developments like Ethereum and think that maybe something will come of them, right?
Yeah.
Like I can still be a maximalist and admit Ethereum may still be here in 10 years. Do I think Ethereum is going to capture like every market in the world and that we're going to be tokenizing our children in 20 years? Like, no, I don't believe that. Like the Ethereans who say like Ethereum is just going to like, absolutely transcend Bitcoin's market cap because it's a totally new financial system that everything's going to be built on. Like, I don't believe that's going to happen, but maybe it finds a use case and maybe it's still around.
I think a better way to phrase it is like, will a coin like Ethereum be relevant? A coin can exist in 10 years, fine. You just run like 2-3 nodes. It's still running. It's still existing, right?
Good point. Yeah.
Nobody cares about it, but will it still be relevant?
Yeah, I guess I should say that. Is it statistically relevant? Like, is the network seeing like serious use and is there actual real liquidity, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I always say, that's why I'm a Bitcoin maximalist personally, is because I believe that Bitcoin...
He outed himself.
Sorry, guys, like in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But like between technical stress testing, between social tests and all these other things, it's proven itself to have clear use cases. And I think it's going to be around.
It's hard money. Hard money, baby.
Let's go.
Hard money.
All right. We got to wrap it up. Do we want to talk about BTC Pay? And the
Let's just do a quick...
Yeah, so I mean...
kind of fun.
For those of you who haven't seen, Russell Okun, who is a clear part of the Bitcoin community, is rocking BTC Pay cleats now for the second game in a row. So on mainstream media, on CBS or Fox or whatever, when you're watching a Chargers football game, you zoom in, you can see a lineman wearing bright green cleats, and they say BTC Pay on them.
They stick out like crazy.
They do.
Awesome.
They're pretty cool.
Like on Twitter, it says like the Bitcoin cleats guy.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty advertisement.
It is. And he said that he's tweeted out like a bunch of people have like it sparked a conversation in the locker room again about like what Bitcoin is.
That's cool. Yeah.
Let's go.
But for some background for people, the NFL has this thing called My Cause, My Cleats, and what it is it's NFL players design or have someone design cleats for them. And it's for just like a cause or a charity. So yeah, like a lot of dudes will do like, Boys or Girls Foundations, things like that. But Russell Okung did BTC Pay Server, the decentralized payment processor for his. And it's just like a crazy shout out. And I think it's like also, like I just published a cover story about BTC Pay today. And cool. I just think like, I mean, they've had a fucking year, man. You know what I mean? Like,
could be the year of BTC Pay.
I mean, but dude, it's crazy because they've been doing. I mean, they've had like fundraisers for Tor and for Hodlonaut's legal defense that they got a lot of press for. They got the 100K Square grant. They've got other grants from like Satoshi's Wallet and some other people. Now they were featured on an NFL field 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
And it's crazy. It kind of goes back to what we were saying about Z. I mean, these are just dudes who like literally, like I was talking to some of them, like Andrew, he goes by Kooks or Cucks.
Yeah, Kooks.
Kooks.
Yeah.
And Andrew, Kooks, and people like Britt Keller, Nicholas, Rockstar Dev, Pavlinex. Like they just like, this is their like full-time job. Like, and they consider it their full-time job even though they're not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just putting in crazy man hours building out this stack, and it's really inspiring to see, and I'm really happy to see that they're getting some love thrown their way because
they deserve it.
They do deserve it. BTC Pay is a great product,
and they didn't pay for anything like for Russell Okun. Like there's no financial transaction. It was just Russell was like, I love BTC Pay. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna design it myself and do it.
Totally organic.
Hey Russell, win orange cleats. If you're gonna be a Bitcoin cleat man, you got to get orange cleats. Let's go.
That'd be dope. All right, y'all. Well, we got an event to get to, so I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
So before we leave, Andrew, where can people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at eCurrencyHodler.
Where can people find you?
At CK Snarks and at POV Crypto Pod. Take a listen.
And you can find me at As I Lay Hodling, or you can just look up my name, Colin Harper, 1L, and you'll see me around on Bitcoin Magazine as well. But anyway, that concludes this episode. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. Yeah. Really appreciate it. That was a great talk.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us, guys. Tune in for more podcasts and more content for Bitcoin Magazine.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys, and Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Done.